Some stories leave a mark that never fades. In the early 2000s, she was the girl everyone loved, the rising star destined for greatness, until that fateful night in December 2009, found collapsed in the bathroom of her Hollywood Hills home. Brittany Murphy's sudden death at just 32 stunned the world. Was it a simple case of illness, or something far more sinister, hidden behind closed doors? Tonight, we dive deep into the mysteries, the whispers, and the countless theories surrounding one of Hollywood's most puzzling tragedies. From toxic substances and haunted houses, to conspiracies and government secrets, and the secrets her death may still be hiding. No stone will be left unturned. This is the story of Brittany Murphy. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most famous actresses of the early 2000s, Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy was extremely popular during that decade, and some of her most notable films include Clueless and 8 Mile alongside Eminem. In this case, we're not going to focus on her personal life, how she entered the entertainment industry, or her early years in acting. Instead, we'll focus on key events from her life. Brittany and her mother were very close, especially after her father left when she was 13. Once she became famous, she bought a 3-story house in the Hollywood Hills Inn, but he was most known for writing screenplays. He first met Brittany when she was still very young in her early acting career and was photographing her. Later, when she was older, they met again at a conference. She was impressed by him, and eventually, they got married. At the time they met, Brittany was recently separated from actor Ashton, and she was very sad. Simon supported her during this difficult period. After some time in their marriage, Brittany told Simon that she was uncomfortable living in the house. She would often ask him not to return home if he was out late or to sleep in a hotel instead. Despite this, he insisted that they had a house and he needed to stay there. The only place she felt comfortable in the house was her bathroom, the same room where she tragically passed away on December 20th, 2009. Brittany's mother called the police after finding her lying on the floor, struggling to breathe. When the responders arrived, her pulse was very weak. She was rushed to the hospital, where doctors tried to save her, but she passed away after 2 hours at the age of 32. 1 month after her death, Simon gave an interview discussing the events of that night. He explained that after midnight, the lights in the house were not working properly, and they were trying to fix them. Brittany then experienced severe difficulty breathing. Her mother tried to help her by giving her ginger and lemon to soothe her chest and stomach pain, assuming she had a cold. But Brittany collapsed in the bathroom. Simon attempted to assist her, while her mother called for emergency help. Despite their efforts, she died at the hospital. The autopsy revealed no evidence of foul play, strangulation, or choking, but traces of various prescription medications were found. Brittany had been taking these medicines for previous health issues. However, 3 substances were found that were not part of her prescribed medications and are not found in any standard treatment. Brittany's father was suspicious of her death and rejected all official explanations. He demanded justice and took his concerns to court, asking whether new evidence could lead to reopening the case. The court agreed. 2 months after her death, Simon gave a tour of the house to reporters, revealing that there were more than 56 surveillance cameras outside. He also mentioned that he felt someone was spying on him. Among the people suspected was Simon himself. 5 months later, on May 23, 2010, he died under similar circumstances, with the same symptoms, in the same location. This news prompted Brittany's father to insist on reopening the investigation. The court reopened the case in 2013. Reports and autopsy results were sent to a new laboratory. Hair samples from Brittany revealed the presence of 10 heavy metals, and one of these substances was found to be a poisonous compound. The official explanation: natural causes. Authorities ruled Brittany's death as caused by acute pneumonia, severe anemia, combined with prescription medications. There were no signs of foul play, and the case was officially closed. But for many, this explanation didn't feel complete. 2 prescription drugs and unknown substances. Although Brittany was taking prescribed medication, toxicology reports later revealed substances not listed among her prescriptions, drugs that raised concerns about interactions and toxicity. This led to speculation about accidental overdose or something more deliberate. 3. The Hollywood Hills house. Brittany bought a 3-story house in the Hollywood Hills in 2003. She often told people she felt uncomfortable and unsafe inside it. She reportedly asked her husband not to come home late at night, The only place she felt calm was the bathroom. That bathroom is where she was found collapsed. This house became central to many theories. For toxic mold, environmental poisoning theory. One of the strongest alternative theories is toxic mold. Investigators and journalists suggested the house may have had dangerous mold or environmental toxins. Mold exposure can cause breathing problems, fatigue, chest pain, pneumonia-like symptoms. Key detail: when investigators reportedly attempted to take samples from the house, Brittany's mother refused to allow mold testing at the time. This refusal fueled even more suspicion and speculation. 5. Heavy metals poisoning. Later hair analysis revealed 10 heavy metals in Brittany's system, one of them classified as toxic or poisonous. The source of these metals was never clearly explained. Was it environmental, medical, or intentional? 6. Simon Monjack suspicion. Brittany's husband, Simon Monjack, was a controversial figure. He claimed someone was spying on them. He installed dozens of security cameras. 5 months later, he died in the same house, with nearly identical symptoms. This led some to suspect him. Others believed he was also a victim. 7. The cursed or haunted house theory. Because both Brittany and Simon died in the same house, with similar symptoms, within months of each other, some believed the house itself was cursed or haunted. This theory is not scientific, but it remains popular. 9. Media pressure and physical decline. Another explanation focuses on Brittany herself. Hollywood pressure, career stress, weight loss, chronic illness. Some believe her body simply couldn't fight off infection anymore, especially with medication involved. 10. Hollywood star curse theory. Fans noticed a pattern of young celebrities dying early. They tied Brittany's death to a so-called government conspiracy. The Julia Davis theory. One of the most controversial theories involves Julia Davis. She was rumored to be a government whistleblower, allegedly exposing corruption within U.S. agencies. Some claim Brittany was her friend and supporter. This theory suggests surveillance, targeting, silencing.
You want to know the craziest thing I saw on the internet today? It was a video of a guy saying he decided to just quickly Google if there was any correlation between baby oil and pneumonia. Wouldn't you believe it? There is. I didn't believe it when I heard it because that sounded a little too convenient, right? So I Googled it myself. Turns out there is a correlation. There is a correlation. If you ingest baby oil, it can cause pneumonia. To take it further, I made sure that there were medical reports on it, medical studies, and there are. Baby oil can cause pneumonia. It can actually kill people. And to be honest, this feels like a reach to me, to be honest, because baby oil, knowing the type of parties that Diddy had, it would make more sense that it would be used as like a lubricant or as a way to make things slippery for the types of things that he was doing. That would make way more sense to me, right? But when you look at all the information, it's kind of hard to not consider the possibility. A lot of the people around him that did pass away from pneumonia. For example, Brittany Murphy famously passed away from pneumonia, and so did her husband. And she had at least a friendly relationship with P. Diddy. And so did Kim Porter. And so did a lot of other people passing away from pneumonia. And I don't know about you, but I have not heard of many people in my adult life passing away from pneumonia, especially young, seemingly healthy people passing away from pneumonia. So all I'm saying, we should not jump to conclusions. It makes more sense that the baby oil was used for different things, but can you not agree that it's a little suspicious that he was found with a fuck ton of baby oil, and ingesting baby oil does cause pneumonia?
Brittany Murphy is? Brittany Murphy was an actress, and she was involved with Ashton Kutcher. Brittany Murphy died of pneumonia, and they said that it's something in, I think, rat poison, that gives you signs of pneumonia. Then her husband died of the same thing. Now, Kim Porter died of pneumonia. Guess who did the autopsy report of all those individuals? Ed Wright. What is he, the Grand Reaper of the stars? Anytime one of the stars died, he come in there and said it was pneumonia, but now he's dead himself. He'll do anything and everything and use his money to change the narrative. You know,